Good morning! Hello. How are we doing on this fine, wonderful morning? Eggy. Why is everyone saying eggy? Or egg? Are there eggs here? Eggy? What? What are you guys on about? What are you talking about? There's no eggs here. I don't know what you mean. It's just me. I'm really bad at gaslighting, if you can tell. Yeah, hi. I didn't really feel like using my normal model today. We'll just get to run it again. I gotta get better at gaslighting. There is no egg in Bossing Say. Yeah, I was gonna boot up my normal model. I'm going through a flare up right now, and so I keep having to close my eyes because they get super dry. And then I saw the Eggmare model in my model list, and I was like, oh shit! I remembered that I actually set this up a long time ago. I just never got around to actually using it. So yes, it is I, the eggiest I V. That was a dumb joke. Anyways, and I have my children here. Say hello to my children. Don't be rude. Um, I don't have names for them yet, but I've I've hatched some ideas. They're still cooking though. Right now they're a little scrambled in my brain. Those are the names. Yeah. Right now they're just Egg Child 1, Egg Child 2, and Egg Child 3. But yeah. Good morning. I totally forgot how to stream. I like opened up everything and my mind just immediately went blank. Um so hopefully I got everything. And then on top of that, oh yeah. We made it to affiliate. So yeah, that's super fun. There was just so much that I had to like learn about, like so many different features that became features and tools and all that stuff that just suddenly became available to me. It was very confusing. I don't know if this is actually a thing. Maybe I just didn't see it, but it would be cool if there was like not necessarily like a tutorial, because I don't really like when any software program kind of just takes over the UI and like tries to walk me through everything. But just like a welcome video would be kind of cool. I think there's like a course or something. But oh, maybe that was a YouTube thing. I don't know. But like when I get accepted for affiliate, it would be cool if in my dashboard there was just like a video, just kind of like brief, like a very quick video, just briefing me on what all this new shit is. Because I felt very overwhelmed. And it was a lot. I remember at one point I like made all the emotes and stuff, and then I went to go check out the sponsor tab, and I took one look at it, and I was like, this is too much for me. Oh my god, this is like a whole nother day out of my schedule that I need to like sit down and figure this out. The little one looks like a Momo. You know what? You're so right. The little one definitely looks like a Momo. It's just it has a vibe. It's small, but just as spunky, if not spunkier than the rest. Yokelin, Shelly, and Frank. Just Frank. I like Frank. The one on the right seems like a Frank. Um, I think the one on the left I want to name Hatchetha. I don't know why. I feel like Hatchetha is a nice name. Um, so I'm thinking Hatchetha, Momo, and Frank. I I think there's something about those names. I think it suits them. Um, yeah, I love my children. I will protect them with my life. Um, yeah. What was I? Originally I was fucking around with them, and I had one like layered behind me. But I had it flipped upside down and coming out of like my fucking cooch. Every time I talked, it like peeked its head out, and I was like, I feel like this violates TOS. This feels like it violates something in the TOS. It literally looked like a fucking baby was like crowning. Their godfather is Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, cause oh my god, I just realized we're literally chilling on a wall. Um, that sounds like it violates TOS. Yeah, it's like, oh, it was so funny. Um, yeah, I gotta watch my children while we're on this wall. Um, although we do have wings, but they still need to learn how to fly. As do I. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it feels good to be back though. Yeah, there might be some scuff. Uh, not necessarily like stream wise, except for I guess the model, but I think I pull it off pretty well. Um, but like in terms of like affiliate related stuff and like all those tools, I'm still trying to figure that out. So if shit is scuffed, I mean I'm not gonna apologize 'cause, like I don't like to apologize just because it feels like a social courtesy. I think it's understandable for there to be a bit of scuff, but I am warning you in advance that there may or may not be scuff. Most likely there will be. Mostly with the hype train, I was trying to figure that out. Um, with the whole like automated hype trains and stuff like that. I didn't quite understand it. So if we're I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. So you wear it well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. I think I pull off the look very well. Um, but yeah, no, I'm really excited. I had like a list. I forgot to write it down, so it's in my brain that I wanted to talk about today, but I forgot to write it down. Shit. What was I gonna talk about? Knox. Yes, Knox as well. Well, he's doing okay. We have the money now for his treatment, so thank you to everyone who donated. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. And to our little family. Um, what's interesting is just as we hit the goal, uh, I was chatting with the vet, and like I'm still gonna keep that money aside, for his treatment in case we need to go through with it. But the vet was saying like if upping, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream before, but I brought him in and we basically found out that like he was on way too low of a dose for his allergies, for his allergy medication. And so she was like, we're gonna try upping the dose on his allergy medication first. That might help his asthma a lot. And because it might be a case where his asthma is being caused or made worse by his allergies. Um, and she said it might help with his tail issue as well. It might help make him less sensitive. So we're gonna try that first. We're gonna try like getting him on an actual normal fucking dose for his medication. And we're gonna see how that goes. And then because the tail thing takes precedence or something over the asthma, because the asthma is still really bad. Um, but like he was literally mutilating his tail, and he still kind of is. Um, and so we're gonna try and treat that. So like some of the money will go towards that as well. Um, and then if we so basically the plan is to up his allergy medication. And then we're going to start him on the anxiety medication. And we're gonna see if that helps at all. And if it turns out that we don't need to go through with the treatment, because that wasn't something I was expecting, because they seemed pretty adamant about doing it. That money will just go into a savings account and will be used for the cats, because they will need things eventually. Especially Knox. Like he's gonna definitely, like, we've known this for a while, but at some point in his life he's probably gonna need some dental work. Um, and I've been kind of dreading that day. So regardless, like it's gonna go towards treating either of them for their various conditions. So I really appreciate it because this shit ain't cheap, and pet insurance is like low key a scam. So, since you're an affiliate now and it's an option, there's only one thing left for me to do. Um. Oh shit. Oh, cool. Hi. Thank you for the sub. Awesome. Um. Sweet. Yeah. Thanks. I don't. I'm still on the fence whether or not I want to, um, like be the type of streamer who thanks people for subs. I think for the first little while it'll be fine. Just one sec. I need to cough. I almost hit the fucking monitoring button again. Holy shit. I like held in that cough for my dear life because I knew it was gonna be a big one. Because I fucking hit the monitoring button and I was like, oh god, no. Oh god. Like my life flashed before my eyes. Um, but yeah, I think for the first little while, like I'll probably thank people for subs and whatnot. But you guys probably notice I don't like when people follow, I don't call that out, and there's a reason for that. I am primarily like when I'm a viewer in other people's streams, I'm primarily a lurker, and a very socially anxious one at that. I will sometimes talk in chat. I like sometimes, uh, occasionally, but a lot of times, like especially when I'm like following or subbing, I'm like kind of skittish, I guess. So if someone calls me out and I don't feel like talking, I like panic personally. And I know a lot of people are like that too. A lot of people really just prefer to like slink into the back of the class and kind of just like be unnoticed. So that's why I don't call out my followers. I don't have a coughing animation, so you guys get to see me just like bop up and down while I'm dying. What a wild way to perish. Like imagine if I died and like the last thing that people have as like a recording of me is just an egg bobbing up and down while I'm like keeling over. I'm a sub if the content is goated. This content is most certainly goated. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't exactly need you to beg me to sub because the content speaks for itself. Oh yeah. Thank you. Find this thing for the life of me. find which thing. Yeah, like I'm not like I don't really want to like beg people for anything ever. It was the same thing with like the fundraiser where it's like it's there, and if you want to donate or anything like that, or buy merch or whatever, like you know you can. But I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, please, please, please give me your life savings. Gift card. Oh, the gift card with the money on it. No worries. And gift it to you instead. Oh, that's sweet. You should have a toggle where the egg gets cracked open. Why would you want that? Why do you want to see me get cracked open? That's so rude. That's so mean. What did I do to you, man? Oh my god, that reminds me. So, Foxy here. But this is the Foxy that I did the Minecraft collab with, and who we're gonna be doing a chess collab with on Thursday as like a bonus stream. And what was it? I think it was yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. Time is the concept of time is a little bit elusive for Anit, but during his one of his last streams, he was playing chess, and I was just like, you know what, I want to know what I'm going up against this week, so get me in chief. And he guys, we're fucking cooked. We're so fucking cooked. Why the fuck did I schedule this goddamn collab? We're so fucking cooked. I'm so bad at chess. And he wiped the fucking floor clean with me. So looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Yeah. So we do have a training session on Wednesday, and I'm gonna try and get good. But he knows like tips and like tricks and shit that like professional players know, and I still haven't quite remembered how a pawn works. So that'll be fun. I swear I must like hate myself or something. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I definitely want to get better at chess. I never thought chess would be as popular as it is. It's apparently really popular. I don't know. I've spent like many years with my head just like buried in the sand. So I don't understand a lot about how the world works, I guess. I got coffee. My voice is so shot. This always happens when I go on hiatus. Because I'm not used to talking this much. I'd probably have fun against him. I did chess all through school and consistently won state tournaments. Oh, wow. Yeah, so, like, I'm really the only person here who, like, sucks at chess. Good thing it's part of my branding. Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? So there's that. And Nox is doing okay. Oh, what is this? A hype train. Oh, neat. I want to get, I don't know how to make, like, alerts or, like, when people, like, use bits or something, it can, like, make things happen on screen. I want to figure out how to do that. I think that would be fun. I already have a few ideas for like, various different stuff I want to do for that. I'm using it anyway. Oh my goodness. But Oh, wait, there's subs happening. I wasn't even checking. I was reading chat on screen, but not my version of chat. That tells me when people sub and shit. Um, oh, so gift subs. Thank you for the gifted. And thank you for continuing the gift. Oh my goodness. You guys are too sweet. um, yeah, I like the idea. I actually meant to make a note about it. Um, but I've been trying to brainstorm ideas for doing things with you guys. Because a while back we were talking about things like Jackbox and things like Scribble.io, and I was like, that sounds so fun. But then all it takes is for one person to, ruin the fun for everyone. If they draw or write something that's against TOS, I don't particularly want to get banned right after getting affiliate. Not really sure if that's something I'd like to be doing. So I like the idea. I forget who it was, but someone suggested on the World Guesser video that just went out to have like a private lobby or something like that to play with chat. So I'm gonna look into that. But also like playing chess with you guys. Although I think it would be less playing and more you guys just absolutely destroying me. But I mean that's probably fun too. So yeah, I've been brainstorming ways to like do things with people. Um, Bro, my voice is so fucked. My goodness. Um, right, so I don't know, what else is new? I watched Murder Drones. It's been out for a while. I never got around to watching it. Because it never really struck me as something that I'd be into. But I'm glad I gave it a chance because it's totally something I'd be into. I really liked it a lot. It was a nice like short watch. Like I was able to binge it in like a morning, basically. I really liked it. I'd be down to give my thoughts maybe another day when my voice is like a lot more used to talking again. But yeah, it was pretty cinema. It was pretty cinema. I liked it a lot, and I think it's a good piece for me to talk about eventually because it kind of bounces off when I last talked about pilots, indie pilots, and how like pilots can be very different from the actual season itself, or the actual show itself. So I definitely want to talk about that eventually. What else? Watched a little bit. I'm still watching like snippets from Streamer University. Another thing I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about that today. Like I had like not like a whole segment mapped out in my brain, but like I had like a general idea of certain points I wanted to talk about, but my voice is just fucked. Like it's fucked. I'll be honest, like there's an ad break coming up in like 3 minutes. And then after that it would have been like half an hour or so. I'm debating, like, do I when I do half-hour streams, I have it set up so that like ads will run during the starting soon screen, which is good because I don't like to interrupt my content. I don't like to be interrupted, you know. But then it runs every half hour, just to prevent pre-rolls because fuck pre-rolls. But it's like during half-hour streams, like, do I want to end it before the ads roll or do I? Actually, as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna run the fucking ads and then end the goddamn stream. That's such a dick move. Um, you know what? I'll take like a little break. Maybe I'll just wrap things up. I don't know. I think we're all subbed right now anyway. I think everyone who's here right now is subbed, so actually it probably doesn't even matter. I just realized that. Alright, bet. Did you check out any of the masks from that brand I told you about during the last cooking stream? I think I did. That was so long ago though. I don't remember what my conclusion was, but I'm pretty happy with the mask I have now. I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the mask I have now. I forget why I was like, I'm not sure if these would be good for me, but I remember coming to that conclusion. I just don't remember why. But yeah, Streamer University, I'm still, like, making my way through that. Because, not all of the information would necessarily be applicable to myself and my own goals, but there is still a lot of really good information in there. Like, I would say like 99% of the clips that I've been seeing have like genuinely really good information in them. And so at one point, I'd like to just sit down and like actually take notes. Because I did that at the very beginning when I first started making content. Except I took I took the route that I still definitely would suggest. And this is I'll probably talk more about this later, but like Streamer University, I really like the concept. The thing is I'm a really firm believer in like there's a bunch of different ways that someone can be successful in this space, and a lot of that is really up to like what do you define as success for yourself. So like if you define success as, for yourself as like just making a ton of money, having viewers, like there's a bunch of different ways. Like content creation, there's so many different, almost like different career paths within the sphere. And so like depending on what type of path you want to take, some of the advice might not be applicable. It might actually be counterintuitive to what you're trying to accomplish. But even still, like I still found some like a good majority of the advice like genuinely applicable, and like if not just good to note, like good for me to understand like how this space works and how all this shit works, I guess. So I'm really liking it so far. I do see a lot of like Ludwig clips, and bro does know what he's talking about. Like it's good. I just think I really want to see more from the other professors, and I think there's still very valuable information that they also taught that's just not getting clipped as much. So I want to take some time and like look into their perspectives as well, and see if there's any clips. But yeah, there was some really good advice there. I think one thing I shared with someone was the clip about Ludwig was talking about Michael Reeves' thumbnail like tip or trick. And it's sort of in the same vein of what I do with my thumbnails, where I try to make them stand out as much as possible. And instead of like squinting my eyes, what I've been doing is I just imagine myself scrolling through a feed as a viewer of someone else, basically. So like I'll either physically do it or I'll just imagine myself scrolling through my home feed or my subscription feed. And I'll just like think to myself, like, would this stand out amongst all of these other videos? Because like if it doesn't, then I'm probably gonna accidentally scroll past it, or even deliberately because it just doesn't catch my interest. I need a class on how to groom viewers. Good lord. You're not gonna get that here, my friend. No. um, but another thing about okay, and this is I don't. Here's the thing. I don't care talking about this sort of thing, but that's because I've accepted the fact that that a lot of people do not like me. Well, it's not that a lot of people don't like me, it's that like I don't know. I grew up with a lot of people being mad at me all the time for running my mouth. So I don't really care. I'd rather just be honest and straight up. Um but I know like a lot of other streamers and content creators, they might not want to like talk about it, but there's a lot of things about like the content creation space in general that it's not necessarily for bad reasons that you shouldn't talk about it. It's more to like the way I word it is like keeping the magic, basically. So like there's just certain tips and tricks that if your audience knew that you were doing it, it would kind of like kill that like magic, I guess. Or I don't know, like element of surprise, I suppose. Like especially when it comes to audience management, for example. Because I want to make videos and like talk about audience management, but the thing is there's a few things about audience management that if the audience was aware of these things, it would be counterintuitive and also like it would just kind of ruin the fun for everyone because then those tips and tricks wouldn't work on the audience anymore and everyone would just like it would be as if you just didn't do it at all. So like it's counterintuitive if that makes sense. And like not just with content and creation in general, but like most jobs have sort of like the Patty formula, I guess, that you can't tell the customers. And so like I I don't know how they would do this. It's just I'm really interested in learning the secret formula, but obviously they can't talk about it when there's a billion people watching, right? So there's obviously like I know that there's certain things about like streaming content creation in general that more experienced, more well-versed streamers just can't talk about because it would just ruin the magic for everyone, basically. But I want to learn. I want to know the secrets. I want to know them. So it like I would say like Streamer University, like there's a lot of really, really good information there. Not all of it is going to be applicable, but also it's not all of the information that there is to learn. I know that, and also, like I said earlier, like when it comes to this type of space, being a creator, like there's a bunch of different ways you can be a successful creator, and it really just it depends on how you define your own success. You could have not a lot of viewers, but you can still be financially comfortable because you took a different route, a different path, you know? Yeah. And also like audience base, like who you cater your content to, who your content attracts, will also determine like how you can be successful within the space. So like for example, Ludwig was talking about how he takes sponsors because his like that's where he makes his money. Well he said sponsors, but I mean I'll be honest, it's probably more brand deals than anything. That is to say like sponsors are going to make you a fuck ton of money. There's no denying that. But when he was like saying, "Oh yeah, I made 800K in 1 month from sponsors," my brain immediately was like, "I guarantee you, like at least half of that is from the Red Bull sticker on his microphone." Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll eat my words. But I think a lot of that is like not just one-off gaming sponsors. I think a lot of that is like ongoing sponsorships, ongoing brand deals. I think that's where like the most moneymakers would be. Um, but what was I getting at? Yeah, like it works really well for him. Um, like he probably doesn't make a lot in like things like subs or merch or anything like that because a lot of his audience is probably younger. And they can't afford that, you know? So it makes sense that he would lean into sponsors. But when he was giving that general advice of like you should focus on sponsors, I don't know, I just kind of had the thought of like you should focus on sponsors if you're like depending on your audience. Because I've seen creators who don't cater to a younger audience, who have like 5 Oilers who basically paid for their fucking McMansion. You know? I know I'm like being super corpo right now. It's just I'm actually really fascinated by all these technical things about the space. Um, I'm also just like low-key fascinated about corpo shit. Not that I would like want to be super corpo. I'm just fascinated by this stuff. I don't know why. I like money. I I like money. I don't want to have a lot of money. I don't need to have a lot of money, but I like talking about it. Some creators are very tone deaf when it comes to what their audience would like or don't care in favor of just taking the payout. Yeah, well, that's a whole can of worms. I don't know if I'm down to open, mostly because I'm starving and I have not had breakfast. So I'm actually thinking about maybe wrapping things up. And my stomach is growling, so I'm gonna go insert chicken nuggets into it, directly into it via belly button. Don't know what I was getting at there, but my voice is crapping out, so I'm gonna wrap things up. You're not Mr. Krabs, you're just Dante. Who's like Dante's Inferno? I don't know. I don't know who Dante is. DMC. Devil May Cry. A Devil May Cry. Yes, I know this from a previous stream. Yes, this is a thing that I have learned. Yes. Okay, I need to eat food. Before I eat my children. Um, sorry, children. You are eggs, and I am hungry. But yeah, I'm gonna go do that. But thank you guys so much for joining. It was really nice to see you guys again. Really nice to chat with you guys again. And I will see you on Wednesday for chess. Little practice round. I'm still gonna get demolished on Thursday, but at the very least, we should be able to figure out how demolished I will get on Thursday. So, yeah. Have a good one. See you guys later, and I'll hopefully see you on Wednesday. All right.